Well, hi everybody. It is Monday, the start of another week, and kind of a tough weekend. Dogs kept me up both nights, trying to figure out why, but then I heard from people who take care of my dogs that a lot of their dogs were getting sick this weekend, so who knows what the evil empire is up to, poisoning us all some more, and our pets. So much fun. So, with that said, I wanted to talk about something that I've noticed, like a pattern, and I've only now started to pay attention to it. I've boarded horses in so many places through the years, and I've always been one of those boarders that everybody loves and people want to keep me. And the first time that was questioned was in Oklahoma with a really psycho, nasty, drug addict individual that was plotting against me for a long time. And every time I would go to the ranch, I kept saying to myself, I feel like I'm done riding. I don't want to ride anymore. And I thought maybe it had to do with Arrow's death or, something like that. Come on! Sorry. And then, I got here to Arizona. I've been 4 places in 3 years and some change. So that's unusual for me. I mean, I've traveled a lot, but the best time I ever had was in New Jersey and LA, believe it or not. And, Oklahoma was a little rough until the end. And then here has been very rough. There's just a lot of drinking, a lot of drugs, and a lot of dysfunction in barns. And I couldn't find a barn where I felt good. Every time I would get to a place, I would feel tired. I didn't want to ride. I thought it was me. I thought, okay, I finally hit the wall. I finally got old. I don't want to ride. And as I said in my previous video about aging, I don't see myself as aging anymore. I just see it as like gaining wisdom. And so I don't look at it as falling apart. I look at it as gaining wisdom. And then, keeping my stress to a minimum, taking good care of myself, and not having anybody toxic around me, dysfunctional around me. And things have improved exponentially. And I finally got to this new barn. And what I've noticed is there's not a day that I don't want to ride. There's not a day that it feels like an effort, that I feel upset or frustrated or angry. Like in every other place, I was just getting upset, and it started immediately. And, when you leave a barn, by the way, so first of all, I just want to say this. Every barn typically has 30 days. Apparently it's changed to 2 weeks now. But every barn that I knew of was 30 days. Every barn that I ever left, either I stayed the full 30 days, or if I left early, that owner always gave me my board back, even if it was an agreement. And by the way, just for all you people out there, contracts are not enforceable unless you've enforced them. So if a year or 10 months goes by and you haven't enforced it, it's no longer enforceable. But, I'm an honorable person, and I know what the standards are, so I'm honorable about things. Most people aren't. So if a dishonorable person wanted to say, hey, it's non-enforceable now, they could actually get away with it. So anyhoozle. So that's one. I've never, except for one time now, had a person not give me my money back, especially being on my own and having all the stuff that I've got going on. So that's one. 2, when you leave a barn and you're loading your horse, especially when you're leaving early and you're basically giving people free money, they should have hay for you. You should be able to ask for a half a flake or a flake and not have any problem. And there shouldn't be discards that, other animals were laying in. It's another thing. I've never had that done except for once. And I literally was like, okay, karmically, that's not going to go well for you. And that's not being a genuine good person. It just isn't. So now I'm at the new place, and what I've realized is I'm back to like feeling good like I felt in New Jersey with all my other old places that I felt good in. I liked going. Everyone was pleasant. Things are done. And on time, regular schedules. And I get there and I am happy to work and I'm happy to be there. And I haven't had any accidents. It's so funny. In every other place where things were not going well, I had accidents. Really interesting. The other accident in Oklahoma, that was more due to internal toxicity, not external toxicity. And that, what I mean by that is my own home environment was extremely toxic. So if you love to do something that you've always done, or whatever, you were excited about something and then no longer, you really have to look at your surroundings and what are you surrounded by. And if you're in a bad situation, get out. I used to have somebody say to me all the time, you have to adapt. You just adapt. You don't adapt to things that make you unhappy. And that was just like someone trying to bring me down and make everything my fault. And because they had not been able to do things for themselves, then started to say I couldn't do things. I have moved all over the country, never once didn't thrive and shine. Never once couldn't support myself. And I'm doing something that's not hard skills. I'm doing something that people have always looked sideways at. So when someone with hard skills tell me they can't do any better than they're doing, I kind of look at them sideways and go, that's a choice. And then, so to go back and wrap this up, if things are going wrong for you, look at what kind of environment you're in and that you've allowed yourself to stay in too long that's toxic. And if you need help with this concept, well, you can find my website on my page. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to y'all soon. And happy new week.